Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 11th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. Sorry for the late start. Had a bit of some technical issues here, but I'm going to go ahead and set this up real quick and we'll get started with our analysis shortly. That's good. Good. All right, solid. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in Premium. All right, as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and set market liquidity over here on our liquidity chart. Go to daily time frame. On down to the 8-hour. I don't know what's up with trading. Trading has been kind of laggy since last night. Takes a while for this stuff to load up. All right. It's good, 2-hour. Going down into the 1-hour. Going down to the 30-minute. Changes to red. Going down to the 15-minute. Down to the 10-minute. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, so we got liquidity over here on both sides. First level at 38,022 for a buy. And next level down below at 37,816 for a sell. So we got liquidity right there marked up. We'll go here to our clean chart. So good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 28th. Sorry for the late start today, guys. I had a bit of technical issues with the live stream, but it looks like we are good to go now. So I'll mark up 6:30 there. 8 o'clock. Go up to the 4-hour real quick, see if there's structure up here, which there is. Structure right there. Structure right there. Go down to the 1-hour. Looks good. All right, so we have price that's pretty close to, we're getting close to the 4-hour resistance right there. We'll come back and take a look at that later. Here's our main chart. Obviously, we had news this morning. So the news from this morning was at 5:30. We had news at 7 and 7:30. So 5:30, obviously the huge candle right here. 7, 7:30. Again, news right here, 5:30. 7 and 7:30. All right, guys, so market is now open right here. Markup opening price right there. But it's close to session, so I mean, it's close to a lot of sessions right here. So we're probably gonna sit tight for a bit, let price kind of stabilize before we start looking for any entries here. Price came up right to the 4-hour resistance. I wouldn't be surprised if price bounces directly off it. So we'll see what happens if price bounces directly off the 4-hour resistance or if it breaks above and continues climbing higher. My guess is that it's going to bounce directly off it because it's right at sessions too or close to it. But we'll see what happens here in a few moments. So got everything lined up here. Did I say January 28th? My bad, count. I was looking at something. There's something that pointed me towards 28th. So I think I said January 20th, but I meant January 11th. So guys, good morning, everybody. Today's Thursday, January 11th. It is 6:31 right now. Market's now open. I think it was 6:28. That's why I said 28. Camel. My bad. Yeah, I was rushing through this because I had to start a little early today. There's issues with well, I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the internet or what it may be, but the trading view is kind of laggy too. Like when I went from different time frame to time frame here, it was like this yesterday. And actually it's moving pretty quick now. Or you can see right here, see how the high lows take forever to come up. Trading view's been really, really laggy for some reason. Since last night, you can see again right here, the high lows take forever to come back up just to populate on the chart. Here's the liquidity. Looks like the first level liquidity right there got hit, but it got knocked right down. This got hit immediately on opening candle. Let's go back over here to our main chart. There's still nothing for us to take here, guys. It's currently at the sessions right here. I'm fine with price coming. What is it? Sorry, guys, it's YouTube stream. I was like, what's that noise? So we have price coming back down right here, but it's still at the session. So if we do look for some sells here, I'm okay with taking sells. I don't mind it. I just need price to come back down lower to here. Maddie said that the retail sentiment is currently 83% short. So let's take a look at that real quick. The overall bias for today, retail sentiment's back very high again. Yesterday it was at like 76. It went back up to 83% here. So currently retail sentiment is 83% short, indicating that 83% of retail traders are currently selling at the moment. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy. Looking over here at the fundamentals are pretty much at neutral right now. We're at 9 points. So that can't really be used for our analysis at the moment. Looking over here at the technicals. So looking at the technicals here, I mean, it's pretty much mixed at the moment. So the 4-hour here is bullish, 1 hour here is bullish, 30-minute is bullish, 10-minute is very neutral, 5 minutes very neutral, and the 1 minute also very neutral. So the lower time frames are all neutral. Higher time frames are bullish, but they're kind of switching to neutral. There's not really too much to work with here. So we'll continue looking. If you see over here from the 5-minute time frame, you can see that price was actually bearish during London session. So price had a very bearish push. And if anything, price may be coming back down. So price came down, shot up. We had this huge spike due to the news, came right back up for correction, and now it's correcting back down in its original direction earlier this morning. So we'll see what happens there. With that said, we'll see if we can maybe draw up some liquidity to the downside. So what I'll be looking for here is I'll be looking for levels that are bunched up. So if I see levels that are bunched up on the 1 minute, I'll draw up 1 minute levels so that you guys can possibly take those. But if they're spread out like this right here, this is like too spread out. Like I'm not going to draw a level right here and then, obviously draw a level right here. It doesn't make sense. It's too far out. If we get two levels that are right next to each other, then I'll draw that because that'll be a 1 minute liquidity. Right now, it's kind of pointless. Also, you can see over here, price just keeps bouncing around the sessions. So it's not really a good area to trade to begin with. Like this whole area is not a good area to trade in. So we'll come back and take a look. But for the most part, there's just nothing for us to take right now. So again, I don't care where price goes. Price can go up, price can go down. Doesn't matter to me. I need price to be down here though if I'm going to be looking for some sells. So if I'm going to take some sells, I need price to be down here, right? And then vice versa. If I'm going to be taking some buys, I need price to be up here, right? So yeah, we're pretty much just waiting for something here to come up, but there's just nothing here yet. But for the most part, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Need price to be below the sessions or above the sessions for me to take some entries here. There's no breakout V3s yet. There's not even a breakout V1 yet. So, well, technically there's breakout V1 right here. So there's a sell signal and a strong red candle right here. So technically this would be a breakout version 1. However, again, I wouldn't take it. It's touching the sessions and it's right in between. So this whole area here is not really that great. Looking over here at the clean chart, you can see price pushed up, rejected directly off the 4-hour resistance, and now it's just sitting down the middle. So this is the 4-hour resistance level. So again, we're just gonna be waiting, guys. It is a waiting game. ATR is extremely high right now, as you guys can see. ATR is currently at 26. This is super high for market open. Get another structure down here, which we did. Draw that up right there. Yeah, Nick said high ATR, huge range, no good. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. We'll continue following, guys. But again, right here, looks like the like the volatility is starting to die down. It was moving pretty heavy, and then now it's starting to die down super heavily as price starts to stabilize a bit. We got more news over here at 7 o'clock, news at 7:30. So pretty much all the news this morning was positive. We had continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, CPI, inflation rate. Looks like Rashida might have taken some trades there because I saw her message this morning. Let's see, it was in team chat. Yeah, Rashida said the new strap played out great for the 8:30 release. Yeah, exactly. So price came down super heavily right here. It was super positive, but price came down super heavily. You saw the little reversal pattern right here. Let's see, there's a bunch of different entry points here. Looks like price pushed down and then it wasn't exactly a clear double body. But if you look at price come down lower, this could have been the entry point right here at 6 o'clock. So price kept coming down. And then right here at 6:02, there was a double wick rejection. And this thing corrected all the way back up. So that would have been the news correction strategy that we kind of discussed a couple weeks back. Doesn't happen every time, but when it does happen, it's usually pretty smooth. You just have to be patient looking for that entry point. Yeah, so this is a scam right here. So thanks, Maria, for the heads up, guys. Just another reminder, I'm never going to message you guys. So, I mean, the name is totally off too. It's Kodi with a 0. So yeah, this like scammer over here messaged Maria. She said, I've been checking out my subscribers and how trading experiences have been. See, whenever you guys get a message like this, just read their message and their English is usually bad. So you guys can see over here usually, so it said hello, Maria, or whatever. And then if you just read it out loud, I've been checking out my subscribers and how trading experiences has been. So has should be have, obviously, grammar's off. What are your goals in planning on the new year in my server? I would never ask you guys a question like that. And you got any new trade, you got any trading experience, got with a GAT. Like, guys, I'm reading the Zoom right now. Yeah, man, yeah, just stop. But anyways, guys, I just a heads up. I'm never gonna message you guys. It's not that I don't care about how you guys are doing with your trading. It's just that I'm never gonna reach out to you guys. I'm never gonna put more work on my table than I need to. So if you guys reach out to me and ask me a question, I'll respond to you. But I'm never gonna ask you like some random stuff. I'm not gonna pop into your inbox and say, "Hey, got any experience trading?" Like, I'm never going to. Yeah, Randy said you've been giving the grammar feedback and it's still the same. Yeah, I know exactly. I know the scammer is here on the live session. Um, bro, work on your English and then you might sound like me and you might be a little more believable. It's like just read the message, guys. If you guys ever get a message from me, just read it out loud and their English is gonna be super off, grammar is gonna be super off. Um, and just protect yourself. Like this guy is probably going to ask Maria for Bitcoin, right? I'm never going to ask you guys for money. I'm never going to send you guys anywhere other than the website. So if you guys ever need to sign up for anything, it's always going to be on the website. I'm never going to tell you, hey, pay me in PayPal or pay me in Zelle or pay me in Bitcoin. I'm never going to ask you guys for money. So just keep that in mind. There's a couple people here who've been scammed before, and I just want to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody moving forward. I mean, it's a pretty clear red flag. I'm never gonna ask you guys for money. Never, like, never, ever, ever. I'll ask you guys for money or for any personal information. Anyways, guys, so looking at let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, the Zoom's kind of going off. Dave, I think your camera's on. Yeah, Nick said he's just enjoying some little toilet action over there. I just want to let you know, Dave. If you want to leave your camera on, that's completely fine. But yeah, Nick is just enjoying you on the toilet over there. So anyways, guys, there's no entries for us right now at the moment. Prices in between these two sessions. Yeah, Dave said just woke up. Yeah, morning to you too, Dave. Uh, Dave said his phone got stuck. Yeah, so I guess Dave was on the toilet right now on the Zoom on and he had his camera on, so everyone is kind of watching it. Yeah, you're good, Dave. It's all good. There's been other funny things in the past too. But it's fine. I know we're kind of talking about off-topic stuff, but there's nothing for us to take here at the moment, guys. So let's just do another analysis real quick so I can give you guys a rundown of what's happening in the market. So currently right here, we don't really have much of a trend. You can see the pivots here are starting to go sideways. You can see prices in between the two sessions. So it's pretty much just ranging between these two sessions right here. So there's nothing for us to take here. So if you guys are waiting for an entry, don't worry, the entry is going to come. It's just a matter of time until it does. So we're looking for price to break below here and continue climbing. If we get that, then great, we'll start looking for some entries. Vice versa, if price ends up going the other direction, we'll take some entries, to the upside. So there's not really much going on here. So don't worry, you guys are not missing out on anything. I was just giving a couple warnings about scammers messaging people in the Discord. We moved away from Telegram to get away from the scammers, but I already know that the scammer is following us here on the live session. He's actually following us, but he's still trying to scam people, which just kind of blows my mind because if you just focus on trading, you wouldn't need to scam people, right? But scammers will be scammers, right? This guy's probably a klepto in real life. So it's all good. It's just funny. The messages are kind of funny right now. Um, in the Zoom. All right, so price is coming back down below. Looks like we might finally get some direction over here. Um, yeah, Barack said for some reason the scammer always gets grammar wrong. Maybe it's intentional. Yeah, so guys, whenever you I guess. Yo. Oh man, today is a oh, all right, I'm gonna try to put myself together so that we can start looking for an intro. Oh man, today there's like two people in the shitter on the Zoom. One second, guys, one second. All right, guys. Yeah, today's a kind of funny day on the Zoom. So guys, just a reminder, if you guys are doing something, you should probably turn off your camera. Um, all right, so price came down right here. Um, looks like there was a momentum pullback scalp that came up. Let me see. Yeah, so there's one right here. I don't know if anybody caught it. Daniel actually identified it. It was like right at the session, so I wouldn't have taken it. Price came down. Let me check the overextension. So measured from here, yeah, it was super overextended at this point. And the pivots haven't confirmed yet either. So looks like it would have been a good momentum pullback scalp if there was a trend. And then also if price wasn't overextended, because it's super overextended right now. It's down about 1,000 pips. Yeah, not really too much here. So we'll continue to look for a momentum pullback scalp, but we're going to need to see some sort of retracement. So I need price to kind of retrace up a little bit and then come back down. The good thing is that price is starting to identify the actual direction. So it looks like price might be coming down for today, which lines up with our analysis earlier with the 5-minute chart. So price was actually pretty bearish here from London session. So I wouldn't be surprised if price continues to drop down even further. See. All right, so this is cool right here. Price continues to establish levels right here. Then we'll have a possible 1-minute liquidity. So if price pushes back up right here, guys, and then it comes back down, you can use this as a 1-minute liquidity. Yeah, me neither, Maddie. But yeah, guys, just a reminder. Um, just if there's a if you're doing something other than being on the computer, maybe just turn off your camera. Just a heads up. You don't have to, but just a heads up if you don't want people watching you. Um, yeah, today was a funny day on Zoom. Had a couple people on the toilet. Um, let's see. Nick said, so I'm curious, is there a way to disable everyone's camera except yours, Sean? Never hosted a Zoom meeting. You can just you can spotlight on mine for the most part. You can spotlight mine and then mine will only be the one that's on top. I think that's what you would do. But yeah, it's okay. People forget. We've had some funny things in the past too. I think forgot who was on there. Someone was like, is Kenny on here? Kenny isn't on here. Kenny was like butt naked one time in the morning, but I don't think he realized that his camera was on. And it was just it was like butt naked just standing in front of the camera, like watching the live stream. Um yeah. I mean it's fine. I don't care because I have all the cameras off anyway, so I'm not looking at it. But whenever people mention funny things and I pull it up, I start to crack up and I can't control myself. Um but yeah, I mean it's all good, guys. Just keep that in mind in the future. Anyways, liquidity right here just got hit. So liquidity on the liquidity chart over here, it came down and hit this lower level that we marked up earlier this morning. So lower level liquidity and the 1 minute liquidity right here as well. Both of those went through to full TP. There's no other entries here. So there's no official entries yet, guys. So don't worry, you guys haven't missed anything yet. If you guys have been kind of following the charts, there's just nothing here that's come up. So basically what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for a buy signal to confirm the retracement. So I need a buy signal here to come up and then come back down. So that's kind of what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for a V1 variation with my confluence of rejection off structure, or I'll be looking for a breakout V3 continuation. The actual breakout V3 still hasn't come up yet. So just a heads up, guys, breakout V3 has not appeared. The breakout version 1 came up like way up here. There was a sell signal, strong red candle. This here was the breakout version 1, if anybody took it. Not one I would have taken. It's right next to the session, so very tricky. But other than that, we will continue to look for an entry here. So let's see. NM's asking V1 variation in the making. Let's see, he's asking, would this be considered a double wick reaction? Sorry, NM, I don't know where your messages are or when your messages are being sent, but just looking at current candle over here, I don't see any V1s. So in order for it to be a double wick, it has to be on the same level. And in order for it to be a double body, it has to be on the same level as well. So I'm looking back over here. I don't see any double wicks or double body. So I don't see any 946. Yeah, so this one right here wouldn't be. This was close. I was looking at it. It was close. If you draw a line right here, you'll see that it's slightly away from it. So it has to be like right on the level in order for it to be a double wick or a double body. And then for the wick, it needs to be on the same level right here as well. So no double wick or double body on that. Sometimes it gets really close, but there just hasn't been one there yet. So yeah, I mean, we're going to continue looking for an entry here. The entry is going to come. It's just going to be a matter of time. Yeah, it could be either one, and then either double body or double wick. Exactly. Yeah, equal wick or equal body. That's but it has to be on the low. So you have to have it on a low part. So you see how we have our high low indicator here? There's a higher high, lower low, lower high, etc. It just needs to be on one of these high lows. Like for example, right here, this is a double body rejection, or it's not, but it was. If this candle was red, you can see here it's on the same level. This is a double body rejection. This is a reversal pattern. So this is kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for price to push up, then come down. So if you get something like that, and that's exactly what I'm looking for here. So if I was to get a V1 variation, I want price to kind of push up a little bit, like where it is right here, come back down, push up, and then give me that double body right here, right? So if we get something like that, we can have structure right here, and we'll have basically a double top, right? Double top rejection, and that's where I'm going to be taking my sell. So super simple price action type strategy. It's just I use my indicators here to pinpoint exactly where structure is at, right? Because there can be structure everywhere. Like people can identify this as a high point, and I'm sure a lot of people would have. You know, you look for price to come down, push back up. They're like, oh, this is a high. Price pushes down, this comes back. Oh, this is a high. But realistically, this isn't a high. Price is still climbing down. This is the actual high right here. So that's pretty much, what I'm looking for as we continue on. But there's no entries here, so don't worry, guys. You guys are not missing out on anything. If anything, I'm going to be really dialed in to look for these entries because the way that the market's been moving for the past couple of days, it's making it really difficult for us to find any like solid entries here, which is fine. This happens typically every month. Every month, there's usually like 1 week where the market's kind of just not really moving directional. Like yesterday, it was a lot of consolidation. It was like consolidation, but like one big push, consolidation, one big push. And that's kind of what's happening here too. You can see how price pushed up, consolidation, push down, consolidation, push down, consolidation. This is why on Mondays and Tuesdays, or basically Monday to Wednesday, I typically look for the patterns in the market because the patterns happen Monday to Wednesday or Monday to Tuesday, and then they typically follow through throughout the rest of the week. So you can see over here, it's the same thing. It's been consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout. But the breakout's so big that you can't even really cash it. It just breaks out and then it goes back into heavy consolidation. So right here, heavy consolidation, but what you can expect after this heavy consolidation is a breakout, right? Which is completely fine. That's just how the market moves this week. So again, just a reminder, guys, you don't have to force any trades. So if you see something good, then great, take the trade. But if you don't see something good, there's no need to force anything. So just keep that in mind. Moving forward, especially like on a day like this, I could already tell like people are probably getting FOMO because they're just getting antsy and they want to take a trade right away. But with this right here, you just want to be patient. It's really about discipline and patience, because if you don't have discipline and patience, then you're going to take some bad trades. You're going to take something that's too risky. So looking at this right here, there's no setup here for my breakout V3 continuation. So even if we get a sell signal here, I probably wouldn't really want to take it because we don't have a V1 pattern. So I'm looking for a V1 pattern. Yeah, Nick said the market's been pretty stale. I agree 100%. Market hasn't really been too smooth these past couple of days. The first week of January was pretty smooth. The last week of 2023 was pretty smooth. And then it just kind of flattened out. Typically, you're going to get market structure like that. So you'll see a market where it's moving very directional for like a couple of weeks, and then 1 week it's just flat. It's just a stale market. And then the next week it picks right back up, right? Last week it was NFP, so we had a lot of volatility. This week is just it's basically a correction to the volatility last week. We had a crazy push last week, and then now it's just kind of flattening out before it goes for another directional push. It's kind of similar to the pattern that's running right here, however, on the higher time frames. So, all right, still nothing for us here at the moment. I'm kind of glad that price came down a little bit like this, because now that prices came down, we can start looking for a possible range here. So if the range starts, well, first we need a low. We currently have a high here. We need a low to establish. And then once the low establishes, I'll be looking for price to come back up, provide a V1 variation, and come back down, right? So this is the news candle right here. You have structure right there. so we have structure right there. Got that marked up. Here's our clean chart. You guys can see from the clean chart, it's a little more obvious how price is pretty much just consolidating around this area. We have a pending sell signal right here, but we don't have a V1 pattern. So we don't have a V1 pattern for the confluence that I'm looking for. Yeah, we got a low impact news coming out right here. Hasn't came out yet, but it's low impact, so we're not really expecting too much from it. All right, so we currently have a sell signal right here. If a red candle follows, this will technically be a breakout B3 entry. If anybody's looking to take it, feel free to take it. I'll mark it up as it closes. I'm probably not going to take this entry here because it doesn't meet my criteria. As I mentioned before, I'm only taking entries that meet my criteria with the confluence. This is a standalone entry. So if you just want to take the entry as is, this will be a standalone entry because it is a sell signal with a red candle following it if it closes. But I'm looking for a V1 pattern as a confluence, which I don't have here. So since I don't have that confluence, I'm not going to take the trade. I'll mark it up for you guys, but I'm not going to take the trade here. So this right here would be a breakout V3 continuation. So again, if you guys want to take it at your own risk, but I'm not going to take it because it doesn't meet my confluences. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible this year. I mean, I was pretty accurate last year. And there you go, full TP on the breakout V3 continuation. So if anybody caught that, nice work. If you guys didn't, it's completely fine. I held off on it. It's too close to news as well. So, more entries will come up. So I'm not too worried about this. But this right here was the breakout V3 continuation. So I'm not counting this as an official trade. The only official trade that I'm going to count are the one that I take myself. So, I mean, we had a pretty good year last year, and I'm going to try to improve it again this year. So last year, I think we had, what did we have? An 86%. Yeah, so for 2023, we had an 89.2% win-loss ratio. I'm going to aim for about like 90% or more this year. There might be less official entries, but the official entries are going to be pretty spot on. So again, right there, guys, if you guys wanted to take it, it closed out full TP. If you guys were holding it for the full move, the full move still had the original breakout V3 hasn't came out yet. So this would be the entry. We had a sell signal followed by a red candle, and it would have continued pushing through right there. But yeah, guys, there goes the first entry for the day. If anybody was looking to take that, that's like the first setup that actually met criteria. So if anybody wanted to take that, there goes your setup. This is a high-low scalp right here. So I'm going to leave this as a high-low scalp chart. What you can look for here is you can look for price to swing back up and come back down. So this will kind of align with the V1 pattern that we're looking for here. So price swings back up. We may have opportunity for a V1 variation, but again, I'm going to be looking for that confluence. So I'll be calling out entries and I'll be marking them up and I'll be showing you guys. But again, I'm going to be very selective with all the entries I'm taking. Also, I'm going to be very selective because of FTMO, right? The whole FTMO situation right now. I can't risk blowing my accounts, taking risky trades. You guys should also be careful as well. If you guys have not heard the news of FTMO, they're currently not taking US clients right now. The whole issue is because of the CFDs. If you guys have traded with me over the years, if you guys remember, we used to trade Forex a long time ago. And when we traded Forex, that's when US30 started to get kind of big. And I never wanted to trade US30 because CFDs are illegal in the US. Technically, they're illegal. You're just not supposed to trade them. And now obviously the SEC is starting to realize that people are trading CFDs on different platforms. So that's why there's a lot of crackdown. So if you guys want to be super safe about trading futures, you want to use a futures broker. So like something like Apex or Top Step, those will there'll be no issues with them because they're actually regulated here in the US. Oh, I don't know about Apex. I know Top Step is for sure regulated. They're actually, they're actually stockbrokers, or they were stockbrokers at some point. So if you want a solution that's probably never going to go away, it's probably going to be Top Step because they've been around probably the longest. They don't have the best terms, but if you want something safe, that's what it would be. C6 said Apex is also regulated. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't looked into them on regulation wise, so I wouldn't have known. All right, pretty much all liquidity here got knocked out. If anybody caught any levels of liquidity, I marked these all up pre-market. So if you guys got here early enough to identify liquidity, went straight through. Yeah, liquidity here is getting smashed. So if anybody took any of these liquidity levels that I drew up for you guys pre-market, there's like a ton of entries right here that got hit already. I used to like taking liquidity, but dang, this thing is dumping super heavy. What happened with the news? There was like, the news wasn't even negative. So we'll see. Or the news actually didn't even come out. So it's still loading. But yeah, this thing came down super hard. Let's check CNBC real quick. Any breaking news? So it says Bitcoin rallies to 49,000 after SEC greenlights launch of US Bitcoin ETFs. Nice. But that was a given. That was obviously a given. All right. All right, so price is super overextended at this point. So measuring from this point up here to down here, price pretty much just dumped 1,580 pips. So 158 points, 1,580 pips. It's currently where price is at. Now it's starting to swing back up off of these sessions down here. So we have a V1 variation pattern, but it's rejecting directly off the sessions. Yeah, let's see. Daniel said someone big has been dumping Bitcoin around these levels. You'll see 3,000 drop, 3K drop in recovery in an hour time frame. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, the people who have been holding it for the longest, they need to offload anyways. Offload at least some of it. All right. So I guess my Bitcoin went up. I'll have to check a look at that later. I don't have much Bitcoin, but when I made my last withdrawal from Hero FX, when I stopped using them, I still have my Bitcoin in there. So it probably went up slightly, just a couple $1,000, like, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000. So I made a couple $1,000 off that bullish push. Nice. Yeah, Ken said his Sol and ETH went up. Sol and Ether. Yeah, I think all crypto is probably going to climb up a little bit. Let's see. Kenneth is asking, have you ever heard of AMP futures or Norman trading? I've heard of AMP futures and they're reliable. They're kind of similar to Trade. I've never heard of Norman though. So first time hearing from that. Yeah, so AMP for sure is reputable. There's a lot of people in the group who traded futures and have used them before. If you're trying to look for a personal broker, it'd be AMP, Trade, TradeStation. Those are probably the main ones. I'm most familiar with Trade, so Trade is completely fine. I don't see anything wrong with Trade if you want to trade personal with that. But AMP is like another option. Let's see. Daniel said, I've never seen 830 ATR before. Yeah, I know the ATR is super high, huh? This is like the highest ATR has been in a while. Um, I don't know if the Bitcoin news is what's causing this dump right here, but the ATR is super high. It's been pretty high all morning. So it's around like 28 since market open. So the thing is, there is directional movement here, but it's a bit of a mess. So again, we're just going to keep waiting for this here to provide opportunity. But again, price is overextended, so I don't expect, or I wouldn't recommend anybody chase this here. This is down almost 2,000 pips, which is a pretty far dump to the downside. Yeah, exactly. Drew said he's waiting for a reset. Same here, looking for price to retest back to the upside, come back down. Corrects it back to open. All right, that'd be a crazy back to open from here. So I could actually see that, correct? So if I see a V1 pattern, so if I see a V1 come up a little bit, comes back down, a double bottom with a V1, and then say a breakout V3 continuation back up, I could possibly see this here as it flies through. Yeah, correct. So my balls aren't big enough to hold that long. Yeah, I know, same here. Nick said I was using Qcoin and never transferred to a cold wallet, and Qcoin is banned in the US, so my money's just sitting there. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, Daniel over here has he has a little workaround if you want to talk to him. Yeah, Daniel's actually pretty big and where he was big in the crypto space at some point. I've never really followed the crypto space like that. I just kind of dabbled here and there. And I just used it I just use it pretty much for my international stuff. But I don't really invest in Bitcoin. Probably should have, but it's all good. Here, KJ's asking, don't you prefer to trade over through TradingView instead of Apex? Apex is not a platform, KJ. They're just a Tradeovate is what you use to trade. So Apex isn't you can't trade on Apex. When you open an account with Apex, you have an option between Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, or Rhythmic. Rhythmic still uses NinjaTrader, which is basically Tradeovate. So basically, all the accounts lead back to Tradeovate. Um, so the thing is, I would like to trade on TradingView, but I've traded on TradingView before with Tradeovate. There's a lot of bugs, so it's not the best for scalping. Because you'll place an order and your TP stop loss will be on the chart. And then once your TP gets hit, your stop loss is still there. And then you get kind of screwed. That's kind of what happened to a lot of people in the past. If you guys remember when I first started trading with Top Step, that was like a really big issue because I would hit my TP and then my stop loss is still there. And then it lags. So it's not, I mean, it looks good. Yeah, it's cleaner and it looks good and it feels good because it's so easy to trade directly on TradingView, but not for scalping. For scalping, it's super, super risky because like what could happen is price will hit your TP and then say your stop loss is like right here and you don't cancel it out. If you don't cancel it out, if it comes back down, it enters a sell position. So yeah, I mean, they still got to fix some bugs here on TradingView, but I still trade my Forex on TradingView. Like for example, right here, I have my Forex trade running. You see, I'm up like $200 right now on my Forex trade. So I trade Forex.com here. I could trade swing trades on TradingView, but not not scalping. Scalping is a little harder. So you can see both of my positions here. This is my UJ position. I'm up about $100. This is my odd USD. I'm up $200. This is my Forex. So I still trade Forex, guys. I just don't really share my positions because it's just too much work for me to call signals, and I don't really like doing signals. But you can see here, I use my trading view mainly for Forex. So I got a whole Forex like thing right here, and I take all my trades. These are live trades on my Forex.com account. Small account, but that's what I use it for. All right, so there's still nothing here, guys. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm waiting for price to retrace back up, but there's still no retracement. So there's nothing much for us to work with here. So KJ said just signed up with Apex, was about to trade through TradingView. Thanks for the info. I think 15-minute scalping is fine. On the 1 minute, it's kind of hard because if you enter a TP stop loss, let me just show you, KJ. So see how my TP stop loss, or let me just show you, this is what our TP stop loss would look like. See how tight it is? It's so tight that if price spikes up really quick, like say it comes down, hits your TP, and then it goes back up, you're gonna get trapped in both positions. You're gonna hit your TP, but then now you're in for a buy because price would have came up and filled your order. On a 15-minute, depending on what your TP stop loss is, it should be fine. I think scalping, as long as your TP stop loss is at least 300 pips, you should be fine because you can cancel your order as soon as you hit your TP. Like you can just clear all. If you use TradeAway, there's a clear all button. That's what I like about TradeAway. There's a button that says exit at market and clear all or cancel all, and you can just cancel all your positions that are pending. So you can still trade on the 1 minute. Like say, for example, your TP stop loss is like this. Say, for example, it's 700 pips, right? 77 points. This is fine because it can hit your TP. And then as soon as it hits your TP, just close everything out. Make sure that your stop loss is removed and stuff like that. TradingView is fine. I mean, TradingView is fine. It's just, it's hard with scalping on very tight TP stop loss because sometimes these candles move so quickly that you don't have time to delete or remove your positioning. But yeah, if you're trading on a 15-minute, I think you should be fine, KJ. You're fine with trading on TradingView. But for me personally, I only trade my Forex accounts, which is like, obviously this here. So I have a separate tab for it. Also, I can't have multiple accounts logged in. So since I trade Forex on my TradingView, I can't have my TradeAway also logged in at the same time. So, pros and cons to it. But that's why I have this this trustworthy laptop right here. I got this laptop right here with my TradeAway. You guys can see my screen. It's I just hit buy or sell. So I don't need it to have it on TradingView. I got my laptop right here. I just have my finger on the buy or sell button. As soon as I get that buy entry, enter the trade, TP stop loss set, in and out, and I'm done. So that's how I trade both accounts. I'm actually trading 3 accounts. So I have my laptop, I have my Forex, and then I also have my MC4 on this side. So I got 3 accounts all across my face here. Let's see. Yeah, Rashida said that it got better on TradingView with Top Step. Gotcha. I figured it'd get better with them because they're like very like that's like their main platform that people trade on. So they had to fix it, and it makes sense. Rashida says so you can use Mac for Apex. So you can use Mac, but the problem is the copier. So yeah, so Rashida, Apex is just like Top Step. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just a little cheaper because they have a bunch of discounts going on. The only problem is the copier function, right? You guys already know that issue with TradeAway. So that's why I'm going to move over to NinjaTrader eventually because they have actual copier on there. They have a copier similar to what we're already using. So I'm probably going to move over to that eventually. I'm just going to go buy a gaming laptop to trade on NinjaTrader. Yeah, Ken said the copier can be used with TradeAway too. Yeah, the copier is a group copier though, so like you can't have a TP stop loss set, and that's what I don't like about it. Because sometimes you hit your TP super quick and you're not able to just hit, exit and cancel. I mean, technically you can, but I like being safe and I like knowing exactly when to get, like, I want it to actually pull me out when it gets to that price point. So yeah, there's a copier of TradeAway, but it's a manual copier. Like you'll enter the position and then you got to manually close out. You can't have a TP stop loss set like we do with our other copier. All right, so let's see what's going on here. We currently have a buy signal. This is followed with a green candle. This could be a breakout V3 continuation, but not one I would take. It's right at the sessions. It's like literally right at the sessions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's a copy that I'm trying to use, Kenny. Oh, Kenneth, sorry. There's so many Kennys in here. Kenny, Kenneth, Kenneth. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use, the Ninja the NinjaTrader copier. That's why I need to get a computer because the NinjaTrader doesn't work on Mac. So I'm just gonna get a gaming laptop to execute it. It's pretty much the same thing like what we have here with social trader tools. Except the best part is that it's a one-time fee. I hate paying the stupid fee for the social trader tools. It's like 150 bucks that I pay every month just to use this copier. I mean, it's useful because I get all my accounts copied, but still, uh, it's still kind of annoying to have to pay that fee every single month. Yeah, Kenny said he doesn't really like Apex's daily drawdown rule. Gonna try TFF soon after I finish this FTMO. Yeah, exactly, Kenny. I don't like it either, but it works well with my training style. I mean, for your training style is a little different, but for me, it works perfectly fine because we have such a high win rate, and I don't typically like if I lose one trade, I'm usually done. So it odds of me hitting that daily drawdown rule, or it's probably not going to happen. We talked about this with Maddie because that's the thing that I was concerned about the most. But the thing with me is like if I take a loss when I'm trading, I'm usually done for the day. So you're not going to see me overtrade or revenge trade or get close to that daily drawdown rule. The problem with the daily drawdown rule is if you're trading something that doesn't have a high win rate, because you only have so many chances until it violates your account. So yeah, Kenny, I agree with you 100%. Unless you're trading the way that I'm trading, a high win rate strategy that like barely ever loses. And if you do lose, you have a plan to stop trading, then it's going to be super difficult for anybody to really succeed long term with Apex. Yeah, I know it sucks, Kenneth. I tried to download Parallels, but I don't like it at all. I don't know if anybody's used Parallels before on the Mac, but it's so weird and it's so like it's kind of laggy. So I decided not to use it. I'll just get an actual PC. All right, guys. So don't worry if you guys are looking for an entry here. There's still nothing for us to take. Unfortunately, again, prices at the sessions, which is a horrible place for price to be. Um, yeah, it just sucks. Let's see. Valentin said he's using a remote desktop. Yeah, so the remote desktop is the same thing as Parallels. It works the same way. I just don't like it. I'd rather have a direct connection to the account. Yeah, the remote desktop, it's kind of laggy for me, and I just don't like the screen, like because the screen kind of overlaps with your own screen. So I would prefer to just have a separate computer right here on my side or a separate laptop. Yeah, exactly. Balancing said MC4 is best though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad they finally got MC4 on the Mac. I mean, it's not a native platform, but it still works. Um, I remember before it was horrible trading MC4 on the web trader. But I think I'll keep the same setup. So even though I get a computer, I'm probably gonna still use MC4 on my Mac and then just NinjaTrader on my computer. All right, guys, we are continuing to wait for something to come up here. There's still nothing for us to take here. Price again is at the session, so this is not a good area to trade in. What I need to happen here is I need price to either push above, which is completely fine, or push below, right? I need price to push down and price to push below. The news at 7:30 that's coming up is going to be low impact, so I'm not expecting too much. I'm still surprised that the 7 o'clock news still hasn't came up. It's been pending for a long time now. Let's check Forex Factory. It's not even on Forex Factory. It's weird. Well, we got news at 7:30, which is a natural gas stock exchange, slow impacts. I'm not expecting too much, but I'm hoping that eventually price will push above this area so we can start looking for some buys, or price pushes down here and we can start looking for some sells. Probably just a matter of time. Let's take a look at everybody's profit so far. So looks like a lot of you guys here took profits just off the analysis. You guys took some of the sells from earlier. Look like we have Johnny over here with a total profit of 368 for the day. Nice work, Johnny. First time I seen you take one trade for the day. So it looks like you've been a little bit careful and you're working on that discipline. So nice work, Johnny, locking in 368. We have Andreas here, total profit of 960 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Andreas. We have David, total profit of 151 for the day, all wins here as well. We have Kenneth over here, total profit of 435 on his first account, 870 on his second, 870 on his third, and 1,740 on his fourth account. Nice work, Kenneth. And then lastly, we have, Drew said his FOMO's kicking in, so he's going to kick back and just sit out today. Yeah, it's all good. If you're getting FOMO, guys, then, just call it a day. But I'm going to hang around for a bit because I definitely, I'm expecting a trade to happen. It's just going to be a matter of time until it happens. The thing that's kind of blowing my mind right now is that the ATR is still super high. The ATR is still at 23 right now. But we're not really getting much movement. We're getting back and forth movement, but it's not even back and forth. It's more of a consolidation. Like if the ATR was like 24, 25 and it kept going back and forth, then, great. That's perfect. But it's not really doing that. It's kind of just going sideways, which is weird because the ATR is super high and it should be at least a little volatile or directional for the most part. Yeah, Johnny said almost payday on Monday. He's done for the day. Yeah, no, exactly, Johnny. If that's the case, what I would recommend is to just, if you don't need to trade, don't trade. Or if you want to trade, just take smaller lot sizes. If you really need to get some skin in the game, just take some very small lot sizes and just keep playing around with it. That's probably your best option. I wouldn't take any full lot sizes. I would get that payout. So guys, whenever you guys get funded, Johnny just got funded a while back. My recommendation is to just make a little bit of profit on that first payout and then get your refund. So get your refund, get your payout, and then continue going. Because the problem with a lot of people, like this is like a huge statistic. A lot of people get funded and they never get that first payout or that refund. So don't be that statistic, right? Be the guy that actually gets the refund, gets the payout, and is consistently profitable month over month. Because I'm always looking out for your guys' best interest. Like there's no need to get rich overnight. You'll get rich over time. There's no need to rush it. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, exactly. Craig said FTMO payout was this morning. Great feeling. Account reset already, and it's started good. Yeah, definitely, Craig. So Craig's also one of the people in the group who just got funded and he got his first payout. So be that guy. Be that guy who gets your refund and get funded. And I always get this question. When you guys get your refund, they send you two different payouts. So they send you first a payout of your refund, and then they send you a second payout with your actual payout. They don't come combined. Nice. Yeah, Craig said only because I came back here I got funded 100%. Yeah, no, exactly, Craig. And I'm glad that you made your decision to return. We typically see people return it. Sometimes it takes people a while to come back, but a lot of times it's a lot of pride. Like we'll have a lot of people in the group who will leave and they try to do their own thing or they try to join another group and things don't get any better. So they come back like months later and they're like, oh, I should have just stayed here to begin with. But doors always open, guys. If you guys ever want to return, if you guys want to go and venture and see other things, that's perfectly fine. But when you guys come back, you're going to see a bunch of new people who stayed around and already funded and getting paid out and stuff. So my advice is just stick it through. Find your trading style, find your trading group, and just stick it through. There's no need to bounce from group to group. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys here have been in other trading groups before this. There's like some toxic groups out there, like that everyone's just competing with each other and all of them are demo trading, and it's like it's crazy. You're not gonna get that here. You're gonna get everybody here who's trying to level up with each other. Let's see, NM is asking the other problem with Apex drawdown mechanic is that if you go above your starting balance, it stays there after payouts. That's what I understood. Not sure if I understood correctly. It's similar to that, NM. So say for example, you have a 100K account, right? and then your drawdown is at 95. It's going to trail your account. So like once you get to 100K, then your max loss is going to be at break even basically. So yeah, it stays there. And then that's the thing that kind of sucks about Apex. You have to like build your account up before you start making a withdrawal. So like if you have a 100K account and you want to have a big daily loss limit, you want to build your account to at least like 110,000 so that that you have that gap in between. So instead of having a 5,000 drawdown, you now have a 10,000 drawdown. And then you're only going to withdraw when you go past 110,000. So it's the same with Top Step, like Rashida said. These futures brokers, they follow the same plan. They do this on purpose so that you don't get overly excited and then you end up, blowing your account super quickly. So they basically want you to build your account up, and then eventually, once you have that little cushion, you can make your withdrawal. So yeah, trading with Apex and trading with Top Step, it's going to take forever for you to get like some good payouts. That's why I stuck with FTMO, because you get the payout straight out the gate. Exactly, yeah. Andrew said Apex is basically a two-step challenge. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I feel like a lot of people just kind of they think just because it's a one-step challenge that it's like all easier, but it's still a two-step challenge because you pass first, you get to your whatever percentage points, and then instead of doing a second challenge, they just let you continue. So you pass that, and then you have to pass, the building phase. Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's the same difference. It's just that you don't have like multiple phases like you for FTMO or TFF. All right, guys. So I'm hoping we get some entries over here. We have price push up, 732 right now. We get a correction back to the upside, and awesome. That's great. We'll continue looking for entry here. But again, at this moment, we need to look for some sort of opportunity here to take an entry. So we have there's no V1 pattern here at all. There's nothing here right now. Here's our clean chart. Let me see if we have more structure here that I can draw up. Oops, always do that. All right, so here goes with price within this range. Still not much here for us to work with. All right, what I want to see here, I hope this closes with the sell signal, and then I hope we get a double body rejection here, or a double if we get a V1 pattern. So I'm hoping we get a sell signal, we get a V1 pattern here, and then price decides to climb back up. Because if we get that, then we can take a breakout V3 continuation for a buy if price decides to continue climbing up higher. Let's see if this closes out as a double body like I was waiting for. So if it closes green, we'll see if it's a double body. This would be a V1 pattern, not a V1 I would take, but let's see what happens here. But you said it looks like a V1 is setting up on the 5-minute. So let's check real quick. Yeah, also a V1 here for a sell actually on the 5-minute. So that V1 right here on the 1-minute does not look like it's going to happen. And this needs to close green. So this would this could happen at the last like 5 or 10 seconds. Price might just spike up when you least expect it. And then it'll be a rejection off the structure down here too. All right, so no V1 pattern there. Unfortunately, here we go again with back and forth movement. All right, this whole week has been kind of frustrating to be honest. Like we've been in this type of market for like this entire week. It's been a lot of consolidation. The thing that just blows my mind though is that price is consolidating, but ATR is super high. There's this big directional push, bunch of red flags. Let's see. There's no double body rejection here. Makes sense because he came back around. Actually, when you first started coming, like when I think your first week back, Nick, the market was super smooth and it was booming. Now it's kind of just, but this again, like I mentioned, guys, the market goes through cycles. So this month or this week is probably going to be one of those weeks where we just get a lot of consolidation, and then next week it's going to pick back up. Let me check the news calendar for next week. So next week we have high impact news on Tuesday. Yeah, we have high impact news like every day next week. So I think this is going to cause price to actually move directional. It's just this week there wasn't much news Monday through Wednesday, and then the news actually started happening today. So today's the first day of heavy news, and again tomorrow we have some news as well for inflation. So we'll see. All right, Craig, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. All right, so again, guys, we're just looking for any opportunities here to come up. It's only 7:36, so we still have some time. Don't worry too much, guys. Hoping something here will come up. We have a buy signal right here. This here again would be a breakout V3 continuation, guys, but it doesn't meet my criteria. So I'm going to be disciplined and I'm not going to take a trade, but I'll mark it up for you guys again here if it closes with the green candle. Yeah, markets close next Monday for MLK Day, I believe. So no trading next Monday, guys. All right, let's see if we can find something here. On indicator on. All right. So this here would technically be the breakout V3 continuation, guys. Again, I'm not going to take a trade because it doesn't meet my criteria. I would like a V1 pattern to be down here. Unfortunately, there's no double body or double wick rejection. So this doesn't meet my criteria for an entry here. So I'm not going to take this here for a buy. If you guys want to take it, I have it marked up for you guys there. This is technically going to be considered breakout V3 continuation to the upside. The trend here hasn't shifted yet or confirmed, so that's another reason why I'm kind of iffy about it. But this here would technically be the setup. So I'm not taking this trade here. The pivots here haven't really confirmed yet, so I wouldn't be too inclined to take here this buy. Yeah, Kenny said, I feel like this year could be a very tricky year for the market. A lot going on in the market, in the world right now. Yeah, plus it's election year. So you guys got to remember that it's election year. So we'll see if Trump comes back on the mic and starts to cause the market to go crazy again. All right, guys, so full TP right here for the breakout V3 continuation. If anybody caught it, nice work. Again, I'm being very disciplined, very careful with the entries that I'm taking. If this here wasn't a bullish trend, I would have been more inclined to take it. But again, it doesn't meet my criteria with my confluence right here. So I recorded about like, I think 7 or 10 videos, guys. So there's 7 or 10 videos that are being uploaded to YouTube every single day. I don't want to upload them all at once because I don't want to overload and get hit with like some spam through YouTube. But I've already uploaded all the videos. They're all scheduled to be released every day at 11 o'clock. So today at 11 o'clock, there's going to be another video that's going to be released. Let me check which video is that. So the scheduled video for today is going to be the momentum pullback scalp strategy. So yeah, every day there's a scheduled video to come out at 11 o'clock. I recorded pretty much all the new stuff. So all the new strategies, all the new indicators, all the confluences, stuff like that. But if you guys want a shortcut to that, just go and review the mentoring session from this week. So if you review the mentoring session, just go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. So that's another thing that I want to remind you guys. If you guys want the videos and you guys want to get notified when the videos are uploaded, just go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades. Click on subscribe. There's a subscribe button here. and turn on your notifications because every day a video is being uploaded. So you can see this video was uploaded last night. It's a momentum pullback scalps level indicator. And then every day at 11 o'clock, another video is going to be uploaded. And then once all the videos are uploaded, the course will be updated. So I'm going to revamp the entire course for a bootcamp style learning because I do plan on hosting a mentoring group this year. You know, I don't really mentor anymore because I don't really like to teach as much. But since I've been getting a lot of requests, I'm going to be hosting a mentoring group, basically a test group with you guys. I'll be sending out, what's it called? I'll be sending out questionnaires. There's only a few people who are going to be selected. Basically, it's going to be a very intimate one-on-one mentorship or a group-on-one mentorship where we'll have these live sessions, and then right after these live sessions are done. So like once it hits 8 o'clock, I'll meet up with you guys. We'll cover which entries you guys took. Our main goal is really to get you guys disciplined and consistent. So mainly what you guys want to take are only the official trades from the live session. So we'll cover the official trades. And if you guys took any trades on your own, we'll also take a look at that. So basically for a week, we'll do that. We'll meet every day after the live session review. I'll make sure that you guys journal all your trades. And then after that week, we'll go over into some, we're not going to meet as much, but we'll still be doing the same thing on our own time. And it's basically like a whole month-long mentorship where I'll basically get you guys to inconsistent to consistent, right? Because I think the main thing here is if you guys can have the discipline that I have, like for example, there's 2 entries that came up today, right? There was the breakout V3 continuation right here. I didn't take this trade. I could have taken it, but I didn't take it. So I have the discipline to stay out of this trade so that I can just wait for my actual entry that I'm looking for. And then same with this buy right here, right? There's a breakout V3 continuation for a buy. I could have taken this trade here, but I decided not to take it because it doesn't meet my confluence. So, you know, literally I'm going to be focusing on just V1 variations with my confluence and breakout V3s with confluence as well. And I'll show you guys that this pretty much gets, like this continues. Like you can trade after 8 o'clock, and if you look for the same pattern, it's going to probably likely play out as long as the ATR is high enough. So, yeah, once I get the details with that bootcamp style type mentorship, I will let you guys know. It's probably going to be one of the only mentorships I'll do this year. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well and I enjoy it, then I'll do another one. But if not, then we'll see. We'll just have to see how that goes moving forward. Yeah, no, definitely. All you guys will have an opportunity to apply for it, and then we'll pick who wants to or who will actually be taking part. All right, so looking at this right here, guys, this is a possible V1 pattern. So if it closes green, this will be a V1 pattern right here. And then after that, I'll probably look for a breakout V3 continuation. This V1 pattern, unfortunately, doesn't touch this one down here. So this is not going to be a V1 that I would personally take. The trend also hasn't been confirmed yet, so I wouldn't necessarily take it myself for a V1 entry. However, we do have the V1 pattern right here, or a V1 entry, and this is now going to be the confluence for a breakout V3 for a buy. So if I get a breakout V3 for a buy here, I'll be taking this trade. So I'm looking for a buy signal here. Once I get the buy signal, I'll be looking for possible entry for the breakout V3 continuation. So again, you know, like I mentioned, guys, it's all about patience. I'm just waiting for this entry to come to me. I'm not going to force anything. Just gotta wait for it to play through. And it's got to be like a for sure entry. It can't be a candle where it's kind of bouncing back and forth and we're not sure if it's actually going to close. It's got to be a for sure entry before I actually decide to take anything like this. So we have a buy signal here that's currently pending, waiting for it to actually close, and it did not close there, unfortunately. So there's no entry there for a breakout V3 just yet. All right, so this is kind of tricky, guys, because if this here closes as a V1, there can technically be a sell entry right here. So if this candle here closes red, this could be a V1 variation right here. for a sell, which also meets criteria with my confluence. There's a rejection right here. So let me see if I can maybe get into this trade if it closes. So I need to watch it, make sure it closes properly. But it's tricky. You guys can see how these candles are kind of blocky right here. So I'm gonna have to watch it here on my apex and my, see if I get in right here.
Order filled.
So let's see, it filled right there. Watching it come down on this account. I gotta watch it on this account too.
Order filled.
All right, I'm out. Full TP. There we go, guys. Full TP on the V1 variation. I don't know if you guys heard the order filled button sound, but it played out perfect right there. So there goes the V1 pattern that we were looking for. Played out pretty smooth. So full TP right there, guys, off that V1 variation. Again, looking at the pattern right here, I was more inclined to take the sell here because the trend is still bearish. So we had a V1 pattern right here, double body rejection. You can see I drew the structure right here. This is what I was looking for, is a double top. It was a V1 off a double top right there. Perfect entry, came down straight to full TP. So there goes the entry right there. Got my full TP on my apex, got the partial, well, I had to close it up manually on my TFF or whatever, FTMO. And there goes the entry that we're waiting for. So as I mentioned, guys, if you guys can stay patient, like I said, you'll find these good entries. The entries are going to come up. It's just a matter of being patient. You can't look for these sucker trades, basically, or sucker bets. So again, this is what I'm going to instill within you guys for our mentorship. So when I do that group mentoring session, we'll take this trade all together. Everybody's going to have profits. Everyone's going to be happy because we all took the same trade. We all made the same profit on it. We'll meet up after this live session. We'll go over the trade. We'll explain, okay, why did we take this trade? What confluences were met? We're going to put it into your journal. We're going to put notes. We're going to make sure that you understand why you took this trade and why you waited for it and you didn't take any of the other trades. So I'm basically going to be training you guys to think exactly how I do. And I don't like to mentor. So, this is a big thing for me to actually get off this live session, get on another live session with you guys just to mentor basically for free and then get you guys on that level. Because, my goal here is always to give back. So that's the goal with the mentoring, with the mentorship. It's really just getting you guys on that level so that I can stop getting questioned. That's kind of what it is. So that people can stop asking me questions and they can ask Maddie questions, or they can ask somebody else who's that mentorship. Like once we do that mentorship, you guys are gonna be really good and very consistent and disciplined. So whenever people have questions, they can ask you guys, so they don't have to bother me, which is like, it's a win-win for me, because then I don't have to go mentor people one-on-one. I'll just mentor a group, get you guys up to level, up to speed, and then moving forward, you guys can go and mentor other people from there within the group, which is going to be a win-win for you as well, because you basically so when you mentor somebody, you're basically, you're just reinforcing your knowledge. That's kind of how Maddie got so good. So if you guys have seen Maddie's been trading with me for like, what, 2 years now, Maddie? Maddie, he traded with me for 2 years. He came with no trading knowledge. And then what he started doing is I mentored Maddie, then Maddie mentored like 5 other people and they all got funded. So, it's a domino effect. I'm going to teach you guys how to be consistent, and then it just rolls forward to the next group of people. So hopefully we can create some more Maddies here in the group that can, pass on the mentorship and get everybody on his same level. Because Maddie here is funded more than me. Like, it's hard to believe, but Maddie is like funded, like I think 1.2 million on Apex, right? I'm not even at that point. So Maddie's pretty much surpassed me with funding, which is a good thing. There's no competition here. We all want everybody to win. Anyways, let me take a screenshot of my profits, and then if I don't see anything here, we'll probably just wrap this up for the day. Unfortunately, I wish we could stay on longer, but there's just nothing for us to take here right now. So hopefully tomorrow's market's a little better. Next week for sure, I think it'll be a lot better. But it's all good. This is all about discipline, guys. So, I got my profit for the day. I locked in pretty good profit. And for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with what I did. And that's kind of the thing that you guys need to be on. So you guys can't be greedy. I feel like that's the biggest problem with most people, is the greed effect, right? It's like you're not satisfied with 1,000 profit. 1,000 profit's more than what some people make in a week, which is crazy. People think that that's little, but it's not. It's a pretty good amount. All right, so let me just post up my profits real quick. All right, so I don't see anything else happening here on the chart. Price is still coming back down. I'll continue looking for trades, but if I don't see anything, obviously I'm just gonna wrap this up. It's getting closer to 8 o'clock. All right, perfect, Maddie. Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks, bro. All right, so Maddie's done for the day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, Maddie. All right, Nick, we'll see you back here tomorrow as well. Let's see what else we have over here. All right, so what? My funded engineer. Yeah, what happened? The slippage on that trade was crazy, guys. You guys are gonna see my slippage right here. The slippage on that trade was man, I don't even know. So only my main account logged in like some good profit, and everything else was like you guys will see right now. It's all good. Again, like I said, greed is like people's worst enemy, and for me here, I'm all right. But you guys, you can see the profits are so different across all of my accounts. Kind of annoying, but can't let the greed get to me. Because then at this point, if I get annoyed at this, then I'm going to want to keep trading, which I shouldn't. The profits are kind of laughable, actually. So, all right, let me show you guys what okay, so Nick had the same situation. Okay, Nick. So same situation with Nick right there. I don't know what happened. Like I swear it was like sitting in profit, but I mean it's all good. So here is my this is my Apex account. I locked in 500. So you can see only took one trade today. I was in that trade for like 12 seconds, full TP right there for 500. So I made 500 on my Apex account. Now here's where the profits get kind of funny. So over here, you can see this is my funded engineer locked in $7. This should have been at least 100. This is my FTMO, my main account. I locked in 1,160. This is my second FTMO. I locked in 360. This is my second funded engineer. I locked in $2. I've never seen my profits this small for funded engineer. This is my personal account. I locked in $30. This is my TFS. So I added two more TFS to my account, guys. These bottom two right here are challenges. These are my funded accounts. So I have 4 TFF accounts now. After what happened with FTMO, I just stacked up on my TFF. I'm gonna get funded real quick on these accounts and then get paid out and then just keep using them for now. Their max allocation is 400K, so that's why I only have 4 accounts. Wish it could have went higher, but it's all good. So these are my profits for the day. I guess not too bad. I mean, let me just add this up real quick. So I made 500 on my Apex, $7, 1,160. 360, 230, 162, 162, 162, 162. Total profit of 2,707 for the day. So again, guys, I can't complain about this. I did get kind of short-handed on my profits, but it's all good. I made 2,700 basically hanging out with you guys for an hour and a half, right? My profit here is decent. This is like more than what a lot of people make in a week. So I'll trade hanging out with you guys for 2 hours versus working 40 hours a week, right? To make this much profit. So it's all good. Let's see. Kenneth said, did you hit your T? No, so I closed it out manually, Kenny. So my TP did hit on my Apex. You guys can see my Apex was like a full profit, 500 right there. It hit TP on my Apex, but on my FTMO, I had to manually close it out. It was like right at profit, but I had to manually close it out. That's why I have 1,160, but the slippage over here was crazy across all my other accounts. I don't know, I've never seen slippage this bad before, but it's all good. I'm not gonna complain about it. It is what it is. It happens sometimes. Let's see, one last question from NM. NM's asking, do you use 100 lots regardless of the account size? No, I use 100 lots on the 100K account. I use 200 lots on the 200K account. It wouldn't make sense to be using the small lot size on the 200K account. But yeah, for the most part, I uh I use 100 for, well, that's going to be max lot size. So max lot size for me. Because then at that point, I'm only risking like 1.5 to 2% per trade. It's all based off the percentages. All right, Maria, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Nick's asking, where do you see that data for Apex? So if you go to your Tradeovate account, Nick, click on the plus button and there's a tab in the middle. It's called Trade Performance. Just drag it onto your chart, and then you'll have something and it'll come up on your chart. It's just like a breakdown of all your trades. No, it's on Tradeovate. It's not on TradingView. Valentine's asking, are you not using TradingView for Apex? No, I'm not. I don't like trading on because you can't well, it's just a little different because when you scalp on TradingView, sometimes it gets glitchy or it gets laggy and it leaves your stop loss on there. So I don't like using it. I just use I'm executing on my laptop right here. I got TradingView. Can you guys see this? Let me just pull up my camera so I can see if you guys can even see this. All right, so I trade on TradingView right here. Yeah. And my laptop right there. I just hit buy or sell. I don't have to do anything. I hit buy or sell, then it has my TP stop loss already set. So when the trade comes up, I just got my finger. So I got my finger on my mouse for my MT4, and then I got my finger on my laptop for Apex. I just hit sell, and then both the trades take it. That's literally what I do. So I just watch it. I watch for the trade here on the main chart, and then I just have my fingers on the sell button. So I just enter right away on there. Valentine's asking, is there a risk tool? Yeah, you can set your automatic TP stop loss, but it's only with one account. For the copier, you can't. So that's why I got to go buy a PC. I'm gonna go buy a gaming laptop so I can trade, put a copier on NinjaTrader 8. It's basically the same thing as what we're doing for social trader tools. So, I mean, yeah, there's risk tools, and you can set your automatic TP stop loss, but only on one account. There's a copier on Tradeovate, but it's manual. So you can't have a TP stop loss. That's what I don't want. So today it was so easy. I entered the sell button and then it said trade failed and then trade filled, right? Because it entered it and then it exited it out. So there's pros and cons to it, but I mean, I wish it was better. Yeah, I'll probably put my volume up a bit higher for tomorrow so you guys can hear it when the order gets filled and when the order gets filled for the exit. So, all right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. It's 7:58 right now, getting close to 8 o'clock. There's no other entries available for us here. Again, my main focus is on quality entries for this year. I mean, our main focus was quality entries last year too, but I made a lot of mistakes taking some FOMO trades on this live session. So this year, last year, our win rate was at 89.2%. I'm going to go higher this year. So I'm going to try to go for above 90% this year. So I'm going to be focused on only quality entries for these live sessions. I'm going to mark up and I'll tell you guys when other entries come up, but I'm only going to be taking the quality entries that meet my confidence. So I'm pretty much aiming for like 100% win rate every single month because one loss is going to send me back a little bit. So I just got to keep focused on the quality entries every single day. Yeah, Valentine said it's not the easiest to trade with MT4. It's actually really easy. I use the quick trade manager, Valentine. So it's actually easier on MT4 for me because it's on my computer. So all I do is I hit sell and it for you. I mean, it's easy for me. I do the same thing. So whatever I do, like literally on MT4, I just hit a sell button. And then on Tradeovate, all I do is hit a sell button. So it's no different. I actually like Tradeovate because it's a lot more accurate. It's a newer platform and it's Like you can see it hit my full TP. My MT4 didn't hit my full TP, so the profits were like way different. Like if you look at my profits again over here, this was perfect. I just hit sell, it entered and exited. It was only in for like 12 seconds, got in and out super quick. But for my MT4, this was actually inaccurate. You can see how different it is with the slippage. So for me personally, I actually like Apex. The only thing is that their payout structure sucks, right? If their payout structure was the same as FTMO, I for sure would just drop everything on FTMO and go straight to Apex. But they don't have that. It's a little more difficult with getting paid out through Apex. So I mean, they're two different platforms, so you can't really compare the two. They're two completely different platforms. But I think MT4 is a bit dated, and I think Apex is not really Apex in general, but Tradeovate is a more robust platform. It's a good platform for Top Step and for Apex. So yeah, hopefully they'll have like a better copier, or if I really like NinjaTrader, I'll probably drop all my FTMOs and go straight over to Apex. Because I don't know if FTMO is going to fix their problem within the next couple. I'm hoping so in the next couple months. But what I'm expecting, so I think FTMO is probably going to create a separate program just for futures, or they'll have a separate program just for US clients, and it's going to be just like Apex. So just keep that in mind. I think if FTMO can't fix the issue right now, they're going to send everybody to Tradeovate, because Tradeovate uses futures, and that's what's allowed here in the US. So we'll see. It's just going to be a matter of time. But all right, guys, I think that's it for today. If there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, again, if you guys are new here and you guys want to review any of these live sessions, just pull up our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades. Click on subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll get updates and emails whenever I upload a video. Like I mentioned, today at 11 o'clock, another video will be uploaded. Basically, all of these with a red background are going to be strategy videos. I have about 10 videos lined up. So every day at 11 o'clock, a new video is going to be uploaded. They're quick videos. They're like a minute or 2 minutes. So I made them super quick so that you guys can quickly just watch them, understand how it's applied, and then apply it to your trading moving forward. So, all right, guys, if there's any other questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow